first grade families, I wanted to give you some information on how we're moving away from our traditional spelling lists where they memorize 15 words each week, and we're moving toward a word study. From what I've been researching and what my training has taught me is that word study, studying the syllables and the vowel teams and the different patterns that the words have, is more effective in carrying over in their reading and writing. So this is kind of a rundown of how we do it. I would love for you to come in and watch us in action. We do it during our literacy station, so each group is getting exactly what they need. They're not having to be slowed down with things that they already know, or they're not being challenged with things that are beyond their comfort and what they should be working on. And so the first part of our drill is letters and sounds. So I will just show these cards real quick and they'll tell me the sounds they make. Some of the groups do need just the letters and the sounds. We also have vowel teams on these. We have suffixes and blends. So each group, again, is getting what they need. And then we blend the letters to make words. So I would say p-a-t, pot, and we do that together with several different combinations of letters and sounds. We also have vowel sticks. So I might say, show me the middle sound that you hear in sit. And they would hold up the I for I. Our red words, when you get this list on Fridays, this is the red words that we're working on for 2 weeks. And the reason I've switched from 2 weeks to 1 week is because I feel like that gives us a better time to actually grasp the skill rather than just memorize it and move on. These are the red words that they'll be working on for 2 weeks. And so the reason why we call them red words is because they're words that they traditionally can't sound out. They just need to memorize. And I'll show you how we do that in class and during our groups so that they remember it, and hopefully that will carry over. That's a way you can practice at home as well. It also has a skill on there. So this one says that they're going to be working on short vowel sounds. So that means all of their words will have a consonant, then a short vowel sound, and then another consonant. So that's what we'll be working on for 2 weeks. And there's really no way you can study for that at home other than go over when they bring papers that look like this home. You can kind of have them read those and use them in sentences. That will help a lot. But I don't want you to get in the habit of just memorizing a certain list. I want them to really understand the skill. So the red words, they have this bumpy board, and they put that underneath their paper. And this is what the red word paper looks like. And so I will say, the red word that we're working on is does. Does your dog like to run? Does. And then we'll spell it together with our red crayon. And then we will use this bumpy card and use our finger and trace over it. We'll say D-O-E-S, does. And we'll do that several times. When they're done with that, we do some work on the back and they write a sentence with it. And then we stand up and we tap it out. So they'll stand up and they'll put their word in their non-dominant hand, and then we'll tap it out. So we start at our wrist and we might say D-O-E-S, does. And we do that several times and we review them throughout the week. And that's the way that we work on our red words. We also have a chart up and we go through the red words of the past and the present so that they're getting that constant drill of those words to really put that in their head. Some of the groups might be working on syllabification, and next week you'll see some students have the skill of 2-syllable words or 3-syllable words. And what we're going to be working on is showing them how to divide a word up into syllables. And so how we will do this, if the word is picnic, I would ask them to put a V for vowel under the first 2 vowels they see. So I put a V under I and a V under the next I. And then we build a bridge. And then we're going to put our line between the 2 consonants. And we're learning about how an open and closed vowel. So if it has a consonant, if the vowel has a consonant next to it, it's going to say the short vowel sound. If it's closed, so if there is no vowel next to it, it will say its long sound. So that will help them to understand how to know whether to say the long or the short vowel sound in words. We've also been working on tapping out our words. So for the word picnic, each tap is a sound. So it would be pa, I, k, n, I, k, picnic. If the word is smell, it would be sma, e, ol, smell. So it's not every letter, it's every sound gets a tap. And then we do that also with our non-dominant hands so that when they're writing, hopefully they can use that skill to help them spell better. That is a very quick rundown of what our word study looks like. Again, we'd love for you to come in and see it in action if you have any questions. I always appreciate your questions because that helps me know what I haven't been clear on communicating. So feel free to shoot me an email or send me a phone call. I appreciate your support. Thank you.